Marvel Rivals is set to have its Season 1 launch. I have all the details for that, including the launch date and the leaks, as well as some buffs, some nerfs, and what we're going to be seeing there overall. We'll also go over how to prepare for Season 1, as there is a few details and warnings, what the likelihood for character drops are going to be, when we're going to be seeing each character, and the release cycle and roadmap there. We got a ton to talk about. What's up, world? It's Utopia back in with another video. Today we're checking out all things Marvel Rival. Okay, so first up, very quickly, let's go how to actually prepare for the new season, as there is some notable things there that you should look into. We'll also go over a few warnings, and then we'll get onto the official details and the roadmap. So first up here, with Season 0 ending, of course we are getting Season 1 and a new Battle Pass. Now Marvel Rivals has the same setup as Halo Infinite, where any Battle Pass can be purchased or accessible at any point in time. However, there are some discrepancies there that you should understand. With each season, there is going to be something very notable there. So when Season 0 does expire and we go on to Season 1, yes, you will still have access to Season 0's Battle Pass. However, I do want to preface that this is only the case if you did buy that Battle Pass during that season. So if you didn't buy the Season 0 Battle Pass, when Season 1 does launch, you will no longer have access to Season 0. But if you did purchase Season 0 Battle Pass, you will still have access to it. However, there is another discrepancy there. The Season 0 tokens, which are the Chrono tokens, those actually do expire with each new season's launch. So you're not going to keep your Chrono tokens, which are the purple tokens in the top corner of your screen. That's essentially what you use to purchase each item in the Battle Pass, so you can choose when you get certain items in the Battle Pass or not at all. And let's say you do have some Chrono tokens remaining over. If you do not purchase these by the ending date, those will automatically be redeemed. So essentially, in order, it will redeem all of the stuff in the Battle Pass using your Chrono tokens that it can. And of course, again, that will start with the first rewards on page 1 and go through each of them. However, there's another note there that Battle Pass tokens that were purchased with premium lattice currency, if you didn't know you could purchase lattice currency that can either get you Chrono tokens or units, those will not automatically be used. So if you did purchase Chrono tokens, those will actually be sent to you via in-game mail to be used at the start of the next season. But that is only if you purchased Chrono tokens using lattice currency. The Chrono tokens that you earned in-game will expire, so be sure you are using your Chrono tokens on the items that you want before the season does expire, at least the ones that you did earn in-game and that you didn't purchase. Otherwise, those rewards will be selected for you automatically. Now moving past those warnings there, so that's how we do kind of prepare for Season 1. Moving on though into Season 1, let's get into the roadmap, what we're going to be seeing, when we're going to be seeing certain heroes, and everything we know about Season 1 so far. Again, the likely date for Season 1 to launch is more than likely going to be January 10th, and as we've had some leaks, this one specifically from XOX Leak, he does mention that the full screenshot shows Season 1 as the official news for January 11th. However, taking note that this is the app for Chinese users, Season 1 should launch on January 10th. This is kind of the same with how Once Human is. Yet if you didn't know, Once Human is another NetEase game, but it is produced by them, not created by them. There's a lot of the same things there though. But taking into account there and the time zone conversions, NA and several other regions should still see this launch on the January 10th and not January 11th. Now, as this article points out, the biggest new piece of content we're going to be seeing is Fantastic Four. They do mention that it is unclear if they'll be playable as soon as Season 1 launches. However, we do actually have some additional information there. Again, back with XOX Leaks here, he does mention that Season 1 is going to be called Eternal Night, and that there will be 2 heroes at launch and 2 heroes mid-season. That does also include a brand new map. There's going to be some balance changes. Now, there was leaks about the balance changes, but those have been since removed and proven false, at least so far. So if you've seen anybody claiming that certain buffs or certain nerfs are applying right now, it does seem like most of that has been changed. Where now we have the real confirmation for those balance changes here, where Gila and Hawkeye will have adjustments. I think Gila kind of needs it the most. She is pretty broken right now. Storm, Wolverine, and C&D will also have adjustments there. And I believe in this context, C/D will have character description adjustments. We also do have here Captain America and Venom will have movement improvement. Pretty insane because I've seen some pretty overpowered Captain Americas and Venom as well, but we'll see overall how that does play into things. Now with that, we also do have the Marvel Rivals leaked team-ups. So there's a bunch on here that aren't really going to apply as of yet, but there will be ones here specifically for Storm and Human Torch. So those will apply together and we'll have to see how those actually do line up. We also have a combo set here for Wolverine, The Thing, and Hulk. That might be a really good dynamic trio there. So those are going to be the new synergies that will apply right away, or at least seemingly so, since we are getting the Fantastic Four lineup first. Now, there's been a lot of questions if we're getting Ultron. I don't believe we're going to get him this season. I think that that's going to be a next season thing, or it's going to be at the end of the season. Seeing as the plan is we're getting 2 at the start, 2 in the middle, more than likely that just pertains to Fantastic Four. Yes, Ultron's abilities are completely done and all the development work has been done there, but if you played games like Apex, this happens quite often, where they have characters done and then they drip feed them in. Also already good enough, they're adding 4 new heroes and a new map, so completely understandable there. We also have this post asking NetEase, please don't mess up Season 1's launch with making poorly written patch notes. Yeah, these patch notes do look pretty rough there overall. I'll be honest, with Once Human, comparing these games because they are under NetEase umbrellas, Once Human actually does a pretty bad job for its North American release of the patch notes, or if you actually do go to the Chinese version of the patch notes, they are written so much better. Normally I cover those, so I'm going to try to find if they do have the Chinese version of this and where their articles are. So when we do get the Season 1 patch notes, I'll have those translated completely so they do look a little bit neater and better. I'll be sure to include both of those to you guys so that way you can mix and match there. But typically they do a lot better with the Chinese written patch notes. Hopefully that does translate to NA, but it didn't with Once Human, so do have some discrepancies there. Now some last minute mentionables here, we did get some additional leaks here. This one again comes from XOX Leak, where I've already talked about this, but we are getting Blade. Now there is some additional context there. Blade can transform into his vampire form, and in this vampire form, his slash attack changes. For example, he's also able to see enemies through walls like Punisher, which will most likely be part of his passive. Pretty cool there overall. XOX also does mention that Invisible Woman is able to slip in and out of sight without a trace. Of course, that does make sense. Of course, she is Invisible Woman, but her Invisible might be pretty strong. Now, eventually, we're also getting some additional modes here, where these have been leaked so far. Now, we don't know when they're going to come out. They might not come out during Season 1, but so far we have the Arm Race Deathmatch, Capture the Flag, Classic Hybrid Mode, Deathmatch, of course with the Arm Race one. Also Escort Mode, Free Flight Attack and Defense, Mystery Hero, Rush, and Sniper Team Deathmatch with big heads. So some really fun LTMs there that will come into play eventually. More than likely one of those will be swapped in once Jeff's Winter Splash does move out. More than likely that will be swapped out with Season 1. Not for sure which LTM we'll get, but one of these will be probably there. Also, one of the other last minute mentionables here is that Marvel Rivals Championship is still underway. The last set of teams is currently fighting with Round 14 and Round 15. Those will be happening throughout the day today. So if you want to check out some esports stuff, you could, and I'll leave a link to it down below here. Overall, it should about cover everything for Season 1, how to prepare for it, the Season 1 roadmap, when we're going to be getting certain characters and their buffs and nerfs. If you enjoyed today's video, like, subscribe, and until the next one. Deuces!